नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. So in the 15th chapter, the material world is compared to a, does anyone know? To what?
Banyan tree. Banyan tree.
Just banyan tree? Anything to add to banyan tree?
Perverted form of spiritual
Inverted.
world.
Inverted banyan tree. It's not just a banyan tree, it's inverted banyan tree because the roots are up and the branches are down. That means, as Mother says, it's perverted. It's a reflection. Okay. So what does that mean? What does you mean by a reflection of the spiritual world? Yes. Anyone else like to add? This material world is a reflection of the spiritual world. Yes. So what do you mean by that? Reflection means? Yes, Minal Matas, you can tell.
Hare Krishna Mata. It is okay.
Yeah, someone else
Okay.
like to add? Yes,
Yeah,
Navya Mata.
like reflection means maybe like it is seen to be happy, but it is not real happy and all.
Okay, that means real happiness is in the spiritual world, and here it
Yes.
is just temporary happiness, or
Yes.
it's not real. Yes, there is love there in the spiritual world. Here it's lust. Not like that. There is that difference.
Yes.
And among the relationship, which rasa is highest in the spiritual world? In the 5 primary rasas,
Conjugal love.
conjugal love.
Mother.
That is
Mother.
madhurya rasa. No. Conjugal love.
Conjugal
Okay.
only.
Mother is Valsalya rasa. No. Higher than that. How is the rasa classified as? I mean, what is the hierarchy? First is what? Shanta.
Shanta Dasya.
Dasya. Next is? Oh, you go to Nectar of Devotion, you learn this. But there are 5 primary rasas we can have with the Lord. So first is Shanta, that is neutral. Then is Dasya, that's like a servitorship as Hanuman. Then more than, better than that or higher than that is? Which rasa?
Sakya.
Sakya, friendship with the Lord like Arjuna. And above Sakya is?
Motherly.
Yeah,
Motherly.
motherly is called Valsalya. Okay, Valsalya means the paternity, paternal or maternal love, like which Yashodamaya, Nanda Maharaj, Vasudev, Devaki, they experienced. And above that is the conjugal love or the Madhurya ras experienced by the gopis. So this is the hierarchy. Okay, first is Shantaras. There is neutrality with the Lord, like cows of Vrindavan, all that they have neutral rasa with the Lord. Next is better than that or higher than that is a Dasya ras, like serving the Lord in the Dasya form, like a servant, like Hanuman. Above that is Sakya, that is friendship with the Lord, that which Hanuman had. Above that is the Valsalya ras with the parents, and next is the Madhurya ras. So highest is Madhurya. So Shanta, Dasya, Sakya, Valsalya, Madhurya. This is the hierarchy. Okay, it's like the descending order. So no, ascending. So the lowest is Shanta and the highest is Madhurya. In Madhurya means conjugal love. There are 2 rasas. Okay, this is in more detail in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, you will be learning. So Rupa Goswami says in Madhurya rasa there are 2, Parakiya and Swakiya. Okay. So Swakiya means the love between husband and wife, like Krishna with the queens of Dwaraka. That is Swakiya rasa. But when Krishna had the rasa with the gopis, that is Parakiya rasa, because that is like a paramour lover. Because the gopis, they already had husband, and Krishna was like outside person. But that is the highest rasa in the spiritual world. Okay, but there is no lust. That's why people misunderstand Krishna. No, the gopis were married, that is. But when actually the Rasa Leela happened, what was the age of Krishna? Does anyone know?
11. Under 11.
6 years.
Not 6. He was just a 13-year-old boy. Okay, like less than that. Might be 11. He left Vrindavan, so less than 11. So when he was just less than 11, like 11 years boys, like young ones. Okay, they're smaller ones. Now the gopis were elderly and they were already married with children. So how can you have lusty desires with that gopis? They are motherly gopis. Krishna had that rasa with the gopis. So people keep misunderstanding, but they should understand that rasa was different. Now there, that is the highest, okay, Parakiya rasa. Now that becomes the lowest in the material world because it's inverted, no? So it became inverted. So in Madhurya Ras, the Parakiya rasa is highest in spiritual world. That means with the paramar lover. And the same rasa became the lowest in the material world. You understood, no? So this is how it is an inverted banyan tree. Anything, you take anything in this material world, it's already in the spiritual world, but more multiplied million times. Okay, that is the spiritual world. Yes, Minal Mataji?
What's Swakiya? What was Swakiya?
Swakiya is with the husband-wife rasa. That is King Krishna and the queens of Vrindavan. They were married, no? That is Swakiya. And Parakiya is a paramar lover.
Mataji, then is Shantarasa the highest in material world with this?
Shantarasa, yeah, the neutrality. It's like, no, below than that is the other 7 secondary rasas are also there, Prabhu. So Shanta is not just the highest in material world. There is other rasas like in the material world, you can see anger and envy. No, all the others are also rasas with Krishna. So that is also the secondary rasas, which is the lowest in spiritual world, but it becomes highest in the material world. Yes, Shanta also you can say is neutrality. And then comes the servantship and then like that. So, yes, Minal Mataji?
No, Mataji, that's it.
Okay. So, we'll go to Purushottam Yoga. Yoga is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Purusha Uttama, Krishna is called. Purusha means? Meaning of
Man.
Purusha? No.
Human.
Purusha means?
God, Lord.
Purusha. And Prakriti. The opposite of Prakriti is Purusha. Purusha
Enjoyer.
is the enjoyer. So Purusha is the enjoyer. So Krishna is the enjoyer. Bhoktara Metne Tapasa. This is Sloka 5.29.
Maheshwara.
Sarvaloka Maheshwara. Suhridam.
Suhridam Sarvabhutanam
Sarvabhutana.
Jnatva Mam Shanti Mrichati. See, you just reached module 3 and you forgot module 1 already. You should remember. So, Bhoktara Mitra, Krishna is the Bhokta, or he is a supreme enjoyer. So, as Mataji said, the Purusha, yes, he is a man in the sense. That means, Minal Mataji, the so-called man in this material world are not men.
No. They are, yes. It's the enjoyer.
No, you're right. No. See, actually, it is said, when you say in a bodily classification, we say somebody is men, somebody is women. It's just the bodily, no? Spirit soul doesn't have any gender. You can't say it's a female soul or a male soul. Soul is soul. It don't have a gender difference there. But it's for the material body. Now, we say Purusha, that it means men. Actually, Purusha means enjoyer. Now, the real enjoyer is Krishna. That means the only Purusha is Krishna. Yes or no?
Yes, Mataji.
Only Purusha is Krishna. You know the story of Mirabai?
Yeah. Yes, Mataji. Yeah, she told rest all are women only, something like that. The story
Anyone
went.
else know?
in Vrindavan when she went
Yes, Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes.
She visit to Vrindavan and
Yes.
she wants to see one Sahij. And
She
he
wanted
says
to
that
see
he
Jiva
don't want to
Goswami.
meet
She
her.
wanted to meet Jiva Goswami.
Jiva Goswami. So
then?
Jiva Goswami said he don't want to meet women.
Yes.
Then she said that she don't. She said that in Vrindavan everyone is woman, only except Krishna is man.
Yes. Not only Vrindavan, everywhere.
Okay.
Because, see, the bodily concept, you can say man and women. But actually, Prakriti, we are all coming under Prakriti. We've been enjoyed. And Krishna is the enjoyer. In that way, Krishna is the only Purusha. Okay. And Uttama is the best. Now, we say Purusha as for the bodily classification. And Stri. Stri means, you know, the what word meaning of Stri? Somebody who can expand. Okay, only because only ladies can give birth to the child. So, like that, she can expand. So that in Prakriti means it's been enjoyed, and enjoyer is Krishna. So in that way, the Purusha is said as Krishna. Others are all Prakriti. But in bodily classification, yes, there is Purusha and Stri. But it's when you take the enjoyer and the enjoyed, okay, it's different. So the first 6 slokas is about becoming detached from the material world. How do we get detached from the material world? By
attaching to Krishna.
attaching to Krishna, you can become detached to material world. And how? By doing devotional service. But what is the weapon of the axe of detachment? How do you?
By dovetailing everything through Krishna too.
Okay. So there's a process, or there's a thing that is called as the axe, which cut the tree. Okay, let's see.
Chanting.
No. Anyone else like to add?
By doing akarma, Mataji.
Okay, akarma is devotional service. So when you do devotional service, Maunika Mataji, what are the 2 byproducts you get? When you do bhakti, you get 2 things. Yes, Vaishnavi Mataji.
Detachment is
Okay, detachment and virakti
Discrimination and determination and discrimination.
No.
love.
Detachment and yes, jnana, that is knowledge. Vasudeve Bhagavadi Bhakti Yoga Prayajigaha Janadi Asuvairagyam Jnanam Chayat Ahaitukam. Vasudeva Bhagavadi, when you do Bhakti Yoga Prayajigaha, when you do Bhakti Yoga to Vasudeva Krishna, there are 2 things happening. What is Janadi Asuvairagyam Jnanam Chayat Ahaitukam. Vairagyam or detachment and jnanam. So jnanam, the acts of detachment is knowledge from which we understand we are not this body, we are spirit soul, and we can become detached from the material world. Okay. So we'll see that in the 15th chapter. So this also, Krishna, this continuing. Okay, because in the 13th chapter, we know he asked different questions, no? Jnanam, Jnayam, Purusha, Prakriti, Kshetra, Kshetrajna. Now this Purusha, that part is explained in this chapter. 14th chapter, we saw the 3 modes of material nature. Okay, so we'll start with the 15th chapter. First sloka says, so Purushottam Yoga, it is detachment from the material world. First we saw the, what we see, the 3 modes of material nature we saw, that is Prakriti, how it works. And now we'll see detachment from the material world. It's called Urdhamula. Urdhamula Madashagam Ashwatham Prahuravyayam Chandamsi Yasya Varnani Yasyam Vedasa Vedavik Urdhamula Madashakam. Okay. Urdhamula. Urdhamula means it's like inverted tree. So Prabhupada says, just like you keep yourself, the legs up and the head down. Can somebody be like this for a long time? No, how long you'll be comfortable? So if somebody grabs your legs and catches you head down, you are not comfortable. So this whole material world is like that. Urdhamula. The moolam should have been down, but it is up. Therefore, it is uncomfortable. Okay. Another explanation is it's a perverted reflection. We have got experience of Urdhamulam on the bank of the river. You know, if you go on the bank of a pond, the tree is standing, but there is a reflection. We find the same tree has become Urdhamulam and other Shakam. Urdhamulam means the roots up and the branches down. So by this statement, Krishna says that this is not real. That reflection in the water or the tree, that's not real. The real tree is up. Similarly, real enjoyment, real varieties, everything is in the spiritual world. Simply reflection. It's not a fact. Okay. So this is the explanation. Atashordam prasadastasya shaka guna pravritta vishya pravala atasya mulani anishantatani karma anubandini manushaloke. So again, it is said it's a reflection. You can see the roots are upward. So you can see this picture. The first picture is the spiritual world. That's how it should be. But then the reflection will be roots are up. So roots upward. It goes to Brahma Loka, where Brahma resides, and the secondary root grows downward. Okay, and there are leaves, which is the Vedic hymns, and the reflection actually starts from desire. So material world existence is because of unfulfilled desire. The twigs are the sense objects, tips of the branches are the senses. The living entities hop from one branch to another to taste the fruits. Up and down we go, and fruits are dharma, artha, kama, moksha. And nourishment is through the 3 modes of material nature: goodness, passion, and ignorance. Just understand the material world is a reflection of the spiritual world. Okay. So whatever we see here, this is not real here. Okay. It's temporary. It's real, but it's temporary. There, it's the real thing, or the when you say somebody loves someone in the material world, it's actually lust. Okay, what does the love that is seen in the spiritual world compared to? In the material world, there is real love, but not completely. A portion of it. Where can you see it?
Mothers.
Yeah, mother's love to the child. It is
Or
unconditional.
Valsalya.
It is unconditional, it is said. Yes, Prabhu?
Is it Valsalya?
Yeah, Valsalya Rasa. So there, the mother loves the child unconditionally. Okay. Now there are so many other rare cases happening, but then still it is said the mother's love for the child is unconditional, and that is portion of it. That's not the full thing. I mean, full love cannot be of the spiritual world cannot be seen in the material world, but a portion of it can be compared. So it's like Krishna's love is like 1,000 mothers' love put together. So we have to cut the strong rooted tree, like this desire. You can see here Radha Krishna, and there is desire. That's what separates us from the spiritual world. And you have topmost on the tree, there is the Brahma, there is Brahma's world. And then below, all the different living entities are there. So desire, nobody can be desireless, only a stone can be desireless. So we need to purify our desire. Narupamasheta tatopalapyade nanto nachatirna ch sampravishtha ashwatthamenam suvirudamulam asanga shastrena hridena chitva tata padam tat parimargitavya yasmin gadana nivritam dipoya tameva chadyam purusham prapatti yata pravritti prashrutat purani. So we have to cut the strong rooted tree of material and then we have to get detached. That is by determination. Okay, so we have to have the acts of knowledge and determination to cut it. So that's very important. Okay, attachment. See, we can't just get detached from material world. We have to get attached to Krishna first. Okay, that is important. Not like we leave the family, we leave the job and go away. No, it's like use everything in Krishna service or devote everything in Krishna service. That's what is recommended. So here, what they said is, first thing is we should surrender to Krishna. Then we can go back to the place where we originally belong to. The Supreme Personality of Krishna is the original root from whom everyone has emanated. To gain that favor of that Supreme Person, one has to surrender. That's the result of performing devotional service, starting from Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. So the process of surrender is not easy. It takes a lot of time to surrender to Krishna. Okay, so it is said, Nirmana moha jita sanga dosha adhyatma nitya vinivritta kama dandvair vimukta sukadukka samjit gachendya moda padamavyayam tat. So when we find knowledge, like when we get the spiritual knowledge, that's when our spiritual life starts. So those who are free from false prestige, illusion, and false association, who understand the eternal, and who are done with materialists, who are free from the dualities of happiness and distress, who unbewildered know how to surrender to Krishna, attain to that eternal kingdom. So how can we have knowledge? From the spiritual master. We have to hear submissively. Tadvidi pranipadena?
Paripashnena seva.
Yeah. Ubadeshandi te jnanam jnanina tattvadarshina. So tadvidi pranipadena pariprashnena sevaya. So we should be submissive to the spiritual master, serve him and hear from him. So hear from him submissively, not like questioning him, doing challenging questions. And about whom? About Krishna, the living entity, and the Lord. The Brahma Jitnyasa. That is, we should inquire about the absolute truth. That's why the spiritual master is. Okay. Then surrender to God through the spiritual master. We can surrender through spiritual master, giving up false prestige, being free from illusion, and giving up false association. Then one attain to the eternal abode. Yasmin Gadana Nivritanti Bhuya. Okay. So this is very important to know from the spiritual master. See, unless Prabhupada was there, we will not be knowing anything about Krishna consciousness, or unless we read Prabhupada's books or through his devotees association, we wouldn't been here, no? We wouldn't have got attached to Krishna like this, because we are, you all doing Bhakti Shastri proves that, yes, you want to know more about Krishna. You want to know, it's not just getting a degree or a certificate. It's to know, improve your knowledge Then through knowledge, you try to reach Krishna. Through Dhyana Yoga also, you can reach Krishna. Or without, if we don't know the philosophy and you do devotional service, then what is it called? You don't know any philosophy, okay? But you chant, you do all
Emotion.
the others. Huh?
Those are just simple emotions.
Yeah, something related to like sentimentalist, or they are like sentiments.
Sentiments.
So
Yeah.
just by sentiments they do. But you do out of sentiments, but you know all the philosophy, but you don't have the sentiments. Then what is it called? You're not emotionally attached. You know everything, your spirit, soul, you're part and parcel of Krishna, everything. But then you don't chant, you don't do any service, just
Jnani.
philosophy. Almost jnani, but not just jnani. Jnanis are also, jnanis worship the Supreme Lord as Paramatma. They don't do any devotional service, but they know all the philosophy. They called as mental speculators or fanaticism, you can say, mental speculators. So what should we do? We should have sentiments and philosophy, or only one.
Both together.
Ideally, both.
Yeah, ideally both. So that's what is needed. So we should have both. We should have the philosophy as well as we should have that emotion also to connect with Krishna. Otherwise, it's not possible. It's like you feel that the deities are just stone or the mantra is just material. You're not emotionally connected. So that should be there. The same time, philosophy also. So that's why Prabhupada made it like nowadays in ISKCON also, it's compulsory to get your Bhakti Shastri before taking Brahmanic initiation. Because and Namanisha Prabhu was also saying, like, at least let's make sure they do the Bhakti Shastri and then apply for initiation, so that they know the philosophy of Krishna consciousness. Because other levels, you just write exams and come out. But in Bhakti Shastri, it's like serious exams, and you also cover all the 4 important books of philosophy. Okay, so surrendering to Krishna, and then that helps us to advance in Krishna consciousness. Sixth sloka says, Na tat bhashayade suryo na shashango na pavakaha yat tattva nanivattande tadhamam paramam mama. So how is the spiritual world? The spiritual world is not eliminated by sun or moon, nor by fire or electricity. Those who reach it never return to the material world. Why there is no sun and moon in the spiritual world?
Because Lord is self-effulgent.
Okay, so that means the Lord, there is no need of sun and moon. There is already light. Now, okay, someone else can answer. Now, how is that then day and night happens in the spiritual world? There is Rasa Leela at night when the moon comes up. There is Purnima, Rasa Purnima. And also when the sun comes up, the Gopas can go to Govardhan. So how is that happening if there is no sun and moon in the spiritual world?
Mataji, because the effulgence of Krishna is
No, effulgence of Krishna is the Brahmajyoti, and because of that effulgence, you need not have any light in the spiritual world, or there is no sun, moon, electricity. But how is that?
Krishna's eyes are one of the eyes,
Yeah.
sun and
Yeah, sun and moon are Krishna's eyes. Very good. Yachakshure Savita Sagala Grahanam. So it's Krishna's eyes. Okay. Sometimes Krishna close one eye, and then the moon and the sun comes. Yeah, they are the Krishna's eyes. Now, how is the Leelas happening then? Krishna's Yogamaya takes charge of it. Okay. So who arranges the Vrindavan Leelas? In Vrindavan, who arranges?
Vrinda Devi.
Devi.
Vrinda Devi or Tulsi Maharani. And there's one more person who actually arranges along with Vrinda Devi.
Yogamaya in
Yogamaya, that is Purnamasi also. Okay, that is Purnamasi or Yogamaya. She also arranges all the pastimes. So for pastime purpose, they make the sun appear and the moon disappear like that. Okay, just for the pastime purpose. Actually, in Vrindavan, the time doesn't exist. There is no, it's eternal world. The time doesn't exist in the spiritual world. It's always eternal. Nitya Yavvanam cha. So Prabhupada saying, why should you pay the electric bill? You just go at the spiritual world and live. There is no Tata Bhashe De Surya, because in spiritual world, it's not lighted by sun and moon, because everything is effulgent. The whole planet is effulgent. Krishna himself is effulgent. So therefore, there is no need of these things. There is no ignorance. There is no scarcity. There is no miserable condition in the spiritual world. Vigata Kunda Iti Vaikunta. So when you hear, you feel like going and staying there. Yes, Meenal Mataji?
Paurnamasi, you told. Who's she, Mataji?
Yeah, that's supposed to be Krishna's aunt, in the sense she's the one who actually takes care of the leelas that's happening in Vrindavan. Paurnamas, Masi means Masi, you say, no? Like that. So,
Yes.
like that. So she's having a nice, or you see Krishna cartoon also. I think not cartoon. There's like some
Yeah. There is
Leelas, there is
Paurnamasi.
Purnamasi. She knows when Krishna stole butter and all that, when Yashodamaya was about to tie Krishna, she
Yeah.
already know things. She was like, yes, yes, he's called Damodar. She's the one who suggested the name Damodar. So she is there everywhere. Wherever Krishna's pastime happens, Purnamasi, she comes and she's there. So she acts like a Yogamaya. Okay, Yogamaya. She's in under the, she's like a Yogamaya there, deciding things in Vrindavan. So she's there. So there's no scarcity, no ignorance, and no miserable condition in the spiritual world. So that is spiritual world is very, very important. So, so once what happened when Krishna wanted to meet Radharani, and Radharani was married and she went to her husband's house, and her husband actually had come to Yashoda Maya's house for some business deal with Nanda Maharaj. So Yashoda Maya came to know, and that her husband has come. So she wanted to give lot of gifts to Radharani. So she made a big box of full of jewelries and ornaments and all the dresses for Radharani. And it was so huge. So Krishna came to know. The Gopas said that your mother is planning to give gift to Radharani. So what did Krishna and the Gopas do? They exchanged the box. They opened the box, took away all the garments and ornaments, and put Krishna in it. So Krishna was inside the box. And that was gifted. And the original box also they carried, but then nobody knew about it. And that was finally kept in Radharani's room. And Radharani's room, where there were Sakhis also had come to see her. So Lalita, Vishaka, Induleka, all were there. And they just opened, oh, it's a gift from Braja, Vrindavan. The Yashoda Maya had sent the gifts. So they went, hurriedly opened the box and saw it was Krishna. Everybody was shocked to see Krishna coming there. And then they dressed up Radharani with all the jewelries, which was in the other box. And everybody were having fun and they were having pastime. So suddenly, Radharani's in-law, sister-in-law and mother-in-law, Jatila, Kutila, they are called. And they come to know something fishy there happening. So they just go upstairs and see in Radharani's room what is happening. And then suddenly, everybody realized, oh, they are coming, and they pushed Krishna to the balcony. And from there, Lalita Sakhi or Vishaka Sakhi, somebody pushed Krishna to the floor, like from the balcony to the ground, so that Krishna can escape. But then, every thief do something wrong, mischievous, that keep some evidence. Krishna forgot his flute in Radharani's bed. And that is like catching point, because who plays flute in Vrindavan? Only him. So Jatila and Kutila saw this. You think you can fool us? See, there is a flute on your bed. That means Krishna had come. Where is he? So everybody's like, no, though. Then Lalita Sakhi had a trick. She tricked and said, oh, you don't know, yesterday it rained flutes. It was raining flute. The Jatil and Kutila is like, what nonsense you're saying? Raining flute? Have you ever heard? That is the flute rains. So the raining flute. And then she's like, go out and see. So when they actually went out, because Paurnamasi was also there, she arranged, because the pastime should not get disturbed. Paurnamasi came there and she made flute rain there. So it was raining. When Jatila and Kutila looked outside, so many flutes were flowing, dropping from the sky, and actually literally rained flutes. And then they had to believe her, because it's correct, it's raining flute. And Paurnamasi also came there to make sure that she said, yes, it was raining flute, and my house also had lot of flutes in the balcony and courtyard and everywhere in my room. So it was actually raining flute. So it was Purnamasi who actually arranged it like that. There's so many pastime where Purnamasi literally goes, and because she want the Leela to happen in a nice way, just for that purpose. So she was there. So in the spiritual world, the quality of spiritual world is discussed, that natat pashe de suryo, na shashango, na pavaka, yat gatvana nivattande taddamam paramamana. Once you go to the spiritual world, no more coming out. Sometimes they say, no, oh, you went to ISKCON, gone. And they will not leave you. You can't come back. Because you get the higher taste. You get param drishtva nivartade. Why should you go back to the... so Prabhupada says, don't be surprised how many fall from ISKCON. Just be surprised how many stay in ISKCON. Because Maya keep tricking us. And one fine morning, because I've seen 16 round chanting devotees falling to zero. Just zero. Just imagine. They were chanting 16 and immediately... what is the main reason for that? Does anyone know?
Mataji, one is there's no association.
Yeah, that's the main reason. There is no association. They don't associate online also, not offline also. So association is very, very important. If you don't have association, then the whole process fails or it just stops. You don't feel like, see, if we have, so everyone has problems. Everyone have small problems according to our karma. But then we should share with devotees. Guhyam akyadi prichati. That's one of the main aspect of association, that we should reveal our mind to one of the devotees, any of him, any of like better Prabhus, open to Prabhus, Matajis to Matajis, and discuss that these are my problems. I have these blockers. Now what should I do? How do I go forward with this? Not just stop your Krishna consciousness and stay away from it. No. Like Bharat Maharaj got trapped and became a deer because in the forest, he didn't have any association. If he had association, then he wouldn't have fallen like that. On the other hand, the prostitute had association of Haridas Thakur and she became a pure devotee. So association is very, very important. So unless we have nice association, we can't stay in Krishna consciousness. Okay. Prabhupada says, if you think you can advance without Krishna, without association, then you are insane or you are mad, because it can't happen in the spiritual world. So the purpose of description, the spiritual world is described here, no? Natat Bhashe de Surya. Why? Because we have to have an attachment to the spiritual world. So that's why the spiritual world, or we have to have the desire to go back to the spiritual world. So we'll have a small breakout room here. Okay. From verse 1 to 5, you should go through the verse 1 to 5 purports. Explain the process of freeing oneself from the weakness of heart and deliver how this process have effect in your own practice of Krishna consciousness. Then we'll have our attendance link. I see some devotees not joining the breakout room at all. Please join and share your views. Okay, 1 to 5, just go through it and the process. Okay, how you can free yourself from the weakness of heart.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, I was there in group 2, but somehow I got lost from connection from that group.
Yeah,
Can
once
you please
you can join back. Yeah, Hare Krishna. So everyone are back. Okay. Normally you say you don't get time to discuss, so that's why I made a little more time. Okay, I'll take up 3 more slokas and then we'll go to the breakout room discussion. Okay, because I want to complete 10 slokas. I hope you had a nice discussion. You were able to read through all the purports, 5.
Not in detail, but yes, madam.
Not in detail, but yeah, at least. Okay.
Little bit
So
we have.
I'll just cover 3 more slokas so that next class we can do 10 more slokas and finish the chapter. So transmigration of the living entities. The 7th sloka says about this is just introduction. Yeah, so actually 7th sloka is basically about the identity of the living beings, like how there are different living beings, and then how they are identified on the bodily, based on the bodily concept. There are different living entities. Okay, so here it is said, Krishna says, Mamevamsho jivaloke jiva bhuta sanatana manashastrani indriyani prakritistani karshati. Mameva amsha, that means the living entities in the conditioned world are Krishna's eternal fragmental part and parcel. Due to conditional life, we are struggling very hard with the six senses, which includes the mind. So, we are part and parcel of Krishna. That means what? We are, what is Achintya Beda Abeda Tattvam? Achintya Beda Abeda.
We are one yet different.
One in the sense? Yeah, we are one and different at the same time.
Quantitatively.
No.
Quality,
Quality.
quantity.
Yeah, in quality, we are one with the Lord. In quantity,
Quality
we are
wise
one.
same.
So
Quantity.
quality one means that is we are also Sachidananda, Krishna is also Sachidananda. Okay, so that is quality. And quantity wise, like we are just part and parcel, and Krishna is the whole thing. So yeah, there are personal, primary expansion, secondary expansions of Krishna, and we are minute. We are given minute independence given to the living entity, and we can misuse or use that independence. Okay, so we are struggling with our senses. So we are part and parcel of Krishna. That is what meant by Mameva Amsha Jivaluke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. Krishna says we are part and parcel of Krishna. So we have to go back to Krishna. See, my hand is the part of my body. So what should my hand do? Serve my body. Similarly, we are part and parcel of Krishna. What should we do? Serve Krishna. So that is our constitutional position. Jivera Surabhai Krishna Nityadas. But we forgot that. Okay. So 8th sloka says, Sharira Medavapnodi Yechapi Ukrita Ukramadishvaraha Grihit Vaitani Samyadi Vayur Gandhan Ivashayat. The living energy in the material world carries different conception of life from one body to another, as the air carries aroma. Thus, he takes one kind of body again and quits another. So we take one body, quits. Like how air carries aroma. You can see the first picture, that lady sitting, and there's nice air breathe coming, and there is some smell in that air. So it is that means that's not attached to that. The air is not attached to the smell. It goes through a garden, takes nice smell. Go through a slummy area, takes that smell. So, and it leaves. Similarly, the soul takes one body, leaves it. Takes another body, leaves it. Tada dehandara prapti. Vayur gandhan ivashya. So the air carries aroma. It takes up and leaves the aroma. It's not attached. The air is actually odorless. But then it takes that aroma and leaves the aroma. No? There are different smell coming at different time. It's not attached. Similarly, when the soul takes one body, quits it, and take another body. Okay, so soul transmigration happens. Why is it happening? It's all because of desire. It's all because of the senses getting entrapped. Like for example, you can see the first picture. What is getting entrapped there? This one. See the
Bee
cursor.
to the flower.
Yeah, the honey bee is getting attached to the lotus. So what is the specialty of the lotus? What happens? Is it related to the sun?
It will be opening.
Yeah, during sunrise,
Yes.
it opens, and sunsets, the lotus closes. So the honeybee is not aware it's been evening or morning. It just stays there. And then what happens? The lotus closes, it gets trapped inside, and then it dies sometimes. Okay. So the honeybee got attracted to the lotus through which sense? Sense of smell by the nose. The smell, it smells the lotus and goes and gets trapped there. The second picture, the deer. What does how does
Deer
the
to the
deer get attached?
music.
The music by the
hunter will
hunters. The hunters play loud music, yeah, and the deers get attached. So through hearing or through ears, the deer get trapped. The fire moth or a butterfly, through what? Which sense?
sight.
Eyes. Yeah,
See,
eyes, by
eyes.
seeing. So just by seeing the dark light, it thinks that something very tasty to eat or something, and then goes and touches the light and then falls down. So it has already seen different other moths dying, still they go and get attached. Okay, so by sight. And the fish?
Taste.
Taste. Okay, by tongue. Like there is some in the fishing rod, there is something to eat and it gets attracted by the tongue and gets trapped. And the last picture?
Touch.
Huh?
Elephant.
Elephant. Yeah. How is
elephant by touch?
Yeah, touch by a male elephant can be caught by taking a she elephant to the forest.
Female.
That's how he follows the she elephant, and there'll be a trap there where he falls down, and then that's how they catch him. So all these animals, or you can see, they're all getting attracted to all the senses. Okay, through the senses, they're getting trapped. So chakshus, that is through eyes, grahana through nose, rasana to tongue, shrotram, that is through ears, sparshanam, sense of touch. So all these are the causes of our entanglement because of these. So that's why in Krishna consciousness, the eyes are used to see the beautiful form of the deity. Mukunda lingalaya darshana drisha. Then granam chadatpada saroja saurabham. The nose are used to smell the flowers offered to Krishna. Rasanam, the tongue, is used to chant the holy name, take Krishna prasadam and all. Sparshanam, the sense of touch, the hands or legs are used to do service to Krishna. Shrotam, ear, by hearing. Achyutakatha. So by this, we can control the senses. So soul's transmigration happens every living entity under certain circumstances. Now they go from one body to another. That's mainly because of the sense enjoyment. We have different senses given according to our desires to enjoy it. But only human beings, because we have developed consciousness, we can go to Krishna consciousness and use these senses for Krishna service. Okay. So I'll just skip that. And so I'm stopping with the 10th sloka. In the 10th sloka, Prabhupada says, the explanation given is Utkramantam stidam vapi bujjanam vagunanitam vimodana pashyanti jnana chakshusha. The foolish cannot understand how a living entity quits his body, nor can they understand what sort of body he enjoys under the spell of mode of nature. But one whose eyes are trained in knowledge can see this. So we know what, like for recently I heard there's the cow who just passed away. Okay. So now the cows, when they die, the soul transmigrates to which body? Does anyone know?
Human body.
Human
body. Yeah. Out of all the animal species, the cows are special in that way that the cow, actually it's holy and it's been worshipped, and says all the demigods reside in the cow's body, and Krishna loves cow, and so many things, because they are very in sattva, in sattvic, and the milk is used for Krishna service. So many ways. So the cow, actually in the karmic cycle, it's like the last animal form. Next is human form for the cow. So it's actually glorious for the death of the cow, because we don't have to lament for it. Why? Because that soul is going to get a human form. And in human form, so being a cow, it could not do much devotional service, but in human form, it can do devotional service. No? So that's the speciality of a human form of life. So we should know how we get different bodies based on our desire, based on the thought at the time of death, based on what modes of material nature we associate with. All these karma, all this decides our next birth. So based on that, we are given a material body, and based on the enjoying propensity, different senses are also awarded. So once Prabhupada was walking in the Juhu beach or something for a morning walk, and there he saw somebody doing surfing. And Prabhupada asked, what is he doing? And the disciple said, Prabhupada, he's surfing. Prabhupada said, suffering? They said, no, Prabhupada, surfing. It means surfing. So it's aquatic sport. It's surfing. Prabhupada said, no, suffering. And again, everyone's like corrected Prabhupada. Prabhupada, no, it's surfing. Prabhupada's like everything is same, one and the same. It's suffering because see, he got a human body and he is 24 hours in the ocean or water. Next life, what will he get?
Aquatics.
In aquatics, he might become a fish or something so that he can live nicely in the ocean. So Prabhupada says it's suffering again. He have lot of attachment to the beach. What happens? That's why we should be very careful to not have attachment to anything. Because based on that,
fallen
when
to
he
the
leaves
lowest
again.
species. It's fallen. Sorry.
Yes.
It's fallen to the lowest species, no, Mataji, of 84 lakh species.
Yeah, it's Jalaja Navalakshani. 9 lakhs aquatics are there.
From
So any
human to this thing down. Oh my God.
yeah, it's going because of desires, because of different reasons. That's why there are so many 84 lakh species based on what desire we have in this life. The next body is getting ready. But if we use the human form in the right way to do Krishna consciousness, definitely Chuchinam Srimadam Gehe elevation happens. Okay, so we'll stop with the 10th sloka. I can take up the breakout room question. Room number 1. Mataji, just post the attendance link. That I can, they can all the attendance. I was happy, like many of you actually joined the breakout room. That is good. Okay, so from room number 1, we had Biju Prabhu, Mainika Mataji, Vaishnavi Mataji, and room number 1 had only 4. 2 had many. Achintya Avatar Prabhu, Harshni Mataji, Malati Mataji, Minal Mataji, Upasana Mataji, Namya Mataji were in room number 2. Okay, who is representing which room?
So room number 1, Monica Mataji would be representing based on our discussions.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna Mataji, I will be representing room number 2.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Kannada.
Yes, yes.
From room number 1,
You can.
I'm Monica Mataji. I'm representing the points which we had last breakup. First one is material world is a reflection of spiritual world. When we try to enjoy the material world, it is going to be fail, and it is a temporary and not permanent one. Second point is one is the weakness of the material world is and real detachment to the material world, and we should towards the material world, keeping the attachment towards the spiritual world, and it will improve our bhakti. And third one is doing whatever we do, we should surrender our karma to the Krishna, and whatever we want to do, before we should offer everything to the Krishna, and attachment towards the Krishna and detachment towards the material world, being with association with devotees and going in a Krishna consciousness properly,
Krishna.
and last.
So that point, Mataji, her network is breaking. So that point was association and chanting are 2 important aspects to progress in Krishna consciousness.
Okay.
Yeah, Monica Mataji, you can continue. Mataji, we also just read about that important word called asanga. And then again, it states that for our progress, it is ultimately about association and learning from people who have absolute knowledge about scriptures.